Yo, what up? What up, space? Yo, The Walking Dead was fiery tonight. Two syllables, F-I-R-E. F-I-hyphen-R-E. Fiery. That shit was fire. Um, if, as a disclaimer, there's gonna be spoilers in this thing if you're not up to date with the whole Walking Dead and the latest episode as of this date of me making this video, which is season 9, episode 5, which has been confirmed is that man in the back of me, Rick Grimes' final episode on The Walking Dead. But there's a beautiful twist to it. Now, all throughout the episode, if you recall from episode 4, Rick ended up falling on some sharp metal hanging out things or whatever, some like steel rods that were poking out on some brick. So he makes his way up off that. It gutted him. It went through his gut. And in the entire episode, it's him on the horse trying to gather this big horde of walkers that was following him. He was trying to get them, away from where his crew is, trying to divert them somewhere else. Basically, to the last moment, he was trying to go out like a hero, right? And all through it, he would occasionally pass out and they'd show flashbacks and everything like that, and old characters and stuff, and it was definitely a Rick Grimes episode, right? So to cut to the chase, pun intended, finally he gets these creepy crawlies over a bridge, or at a bridge to get over a bridge, and there's hordes of them. There's like probably like over 2, 3, maybe 4 or 500 of them, right? And there's this bridge. And his idea, the bridge was a little shaky. It wasn't totally stable. So Rick Grimes' idea was like, look, when they go over this bridge, they're going to collapse the bridge and it'll, save his people and he could die like a hero. Next thing you know, there's some like explosives on that just happen to be on the bridge. And once they were like visible, he shoots the explosive. Boom! Everything blows up. Daryl, Michonne, and, the rest of the gang were present at this point because they had seen him, and this big explosion gives you the impression that Rick Grimes dies. However, he ends up getting saved by the Junkyard Queen. I'm not a super professional Walking Dead videologist, so some of the names of the characters I'm gonna mess up. But the tall garbage crew woman, right? She ends up saving him because she was waiting on her ride in a helicopter to go into the sunset into some other different community. So basically we find out a little more that she was associated with another community. They showed hints of it in previous episodes, showing like a helipad and everything like that. We also get introduced to, I believe her name is Magna or Magma, for those that are fans of the comics. I'm, haven't dealt with the comics, but as I understand, a lot of comic book reference was starting to show. And so basically we're also introduced with a new crew right after that scene where Rick blows up the bridge. And we see this crew, then we see this young girl with amazing aim, like from deep, because there was a bunch of walkers around this crew of like 4 or 5 people, and this little girl just knocks them all down. You know what I'm saying? Great accuracy and everything. Come to find out, she is, what's her name? Elizabeth or something? Elizabeth Grimes, the daughter of Rick Grimes and Michonne. Technically the daughter of Rick Grimes' wife. And the other guy, I'm just failing it, remembering the names now. Like I said, I'm not a Walking Dead videologist profession now. Oh, let me get that thing back on the screen. What am I doing there? All right. So anyway, long story short, that means that they did a time jump, because if you're familiar with the current universe up until episode 5, Judith, that's her name. Little girl, baby Judith is a little baby, right? So they do a time jump because she's a lot older now, and they gave it a great touch. She had the hat of Carl's hat that he always used to wear. She ends up putting it on, showing how badass she is and everything. She introduces herself as Judith Grimes to the rest of that little crew. And then at the end of the episode, we get a nice little teaser of the next 3 episodes, that are to come. And you get a hint at the Whisperers. As I said, I'm not a fan of the comics, but I do watch reviews and everything, and that's where I get my comic book information. Whisperers are a group of human people that have not died, that their philosophy is that they're meant to live with the walkers, to live in nature with the walkers. So they wear walker guts and walker skins, and you know they roll deep with them or whatever. But the beautiful twist is that the dumpster girl, the helicopter ride comes, and it's revealed that Rick Grimes is still alive. He didn't blow up. Now he's still very injured or whatever. She scoops him up on the helicopter, and you know they have some first aid stuff to keep him cool while they bring him off to wherever they're going, whatever community that she's down with. But they have a helicopter, so you know they doing big things around them parts or whatever. And yeah, so you find out Rick Grimes survives, and he's heading off into the sunset, into some other new community, and then. That was why I didn't watch Talking Dead, but this was covered on the Talking Dead. I saw a review by Movie Idol. Check out his channel. He does great reviews on The Walking Dead and other stuff. He's pretty much my source for all of that extra stuff to find out about comics and, you know, intricate details that I just don't pay too much attention to. So, yeah, come to find out, they're going to do a series of Rick Grimes movies, Rick Grimes themed movies. So we're going to get to see the environment, the world that Rick Grimes is now a part of after leaving the actual Walking Dead show. So, and they did it so beautiful because it seemed like it was so obvious that Rick Grimes dies. However, it's kind of like a rule of thumb. If you're a fictional character in TV, movies, or whatever, if there's an explosion and you don't see a dead body, or if someone falls down like in a well or a deep ditch or something like that and you don't see them dead, they do that because they want to keep that plausibility that that person has survived, and a lot of times they do survive. I believe what's his name, Boba Fett. I think that happened in the Star Wars universe. He fell down some shit and survived, right? So, but I mean, I still thought, because his proximity to the bridge when he shot at the explosives, it seemed like enough to just rock his world. So the way that they the way that they wrote it and directed it, it had me even suspend my "he's not dead till I see a body" type of belief. Like I really thought it was a wrap for him. And yeah, you see him get on the helicopter with the tall dumpster lady, and they're going to whatever new community, and then to find out that Rick Grimes is going to do a series of Walking Dead movies. That is just amazing. They're expanding the universe. Also, at the end, when they showed teasers of episodes to come, they said, look, Walking Dead is back. You know what I mean? Because they're doing a time jump. They're going to introduce whisperers. You already have Magma or Magna and her bunch of people and everything. You've got Judith with great precision accuracy and a Carl hat. So, yeah, The Walking Dead is going to be popping again. All that, riffing about how it kind of fell off and everything. I guess they were listening because Walking Dead is popping off again. I'm Tone Space, and that's my review of The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 5. Rick's goodbye episode. And on that note, adios.